Today in the battle arena, well, we've got some bloodthirsty killing machines going head to head. The Indominus Rex, that absolutely terrifying dinosaur from Jurassic World, is going up against one of the biggest, one of the baddest beasts over in Star Wars, the Rancor. So, who's coming out on top here? Who wins? Well, let's find out. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? I'm Daniel and this is DanCo. Thanks so much for watching the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, turn notifications for more videos like this one every day. Also, sound off in the comments for any future videos that you'd like to see here on the channel. It helps us out a ton. Now, let's get into the fight. And starting out, let's take a little look at the Indominus Rex. So the I-Rex is like one of my favorite dinosaurs in Jurassic Park because, just look at this thing. It's so freaking cool. It's massive, standing at 20 feet tall, 50 feet long. And it's basically a dinosaur with superpowers. It's been genetically engineered to be able to do stuff that it really shouldn't be able to do, like going undetected by thermal scanners or even camouflaging. It can camouflage! The I-Rex is also just insanely powerful, ridiculously strong. He's flipping over trucks, knocking over trees, busting through reinforced cages, actually doing this a couple times, and punching through concrete walls. He's flipped over a big ankylosaurus, which can weigh 5 or 6 tons. And even breaking through the glass on that little ball is surprisingly impressive. Because just for starters, dinosaurs weren't supposed to be able to get through that stuff. It's made out of aluminum oxynitride glass. It's supposed to be unbreakable. Look at this. I found this here. This is a 50 cal bullet doing nothing to the glass. Indominus punctures right through with his teeth and shatters it to pieces. And then, of course, he also kills people just by stepping on them or sending them flying with a tail swipe. So then what about durability? Well, surprise, surprise, he's real tough too. He's taken gunfire before. The Indominus was really running from bullets through the entire movie and even took a freaking rocket blast. And while that's all fine and good, I think the real thing here is all those attacks that the I-Rex took from other dinosaurs. Because he's taken plenty of attacks from Rexy and Blue. Some pretty nasty bites too. Especially considering that the T-Rex has the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom. He also fought against that ankylosaurus, took a tail swipe from the big guy. And the ankylosaurus can crack that super tough glass too. So either dinosaurs are super strong or that glass is not nearly as tough as I thought it was. But on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, the Indominus is super fast, like track star speed. And is super smart too. Probably smarter than any animal has any right to be. In fact, there's this fan theory out there that the people that made the Indominus Rex actually threw in a little bit of human DNA in there too. Which, that would explain a lot. It's straight up tricking humans and setting traps for them. That dinosaur is scary smart. It definitely shouldn't be that smart. But it is. On top of that, it's just as ruthless and savage as any other thing out there. Because remember, this thing went on a killing spree across Jurassic World. It was literally just killing to kill. But dude, don't sleep on the Rancor. Definitely don't sleep on the Rancor. Don't sleep on him. Because for starters, this thing right here, this Rancor, is about as close to a real Rancor in the wild as a zoo animal is to a wild animal. Or those circus elephants or the killer whales and blackfish or something like that. Yeah, this is the Star Wars version of blackfish. It's been kept in a cage, starved, forced to eat whatever gets thrown down that pit. It's really not the pinnacle of what a Rancor can be. Oh yeah, also it's a baby. Throw all that into the mix, And yeah, we're not using this one specific Rancor here in this fight. More just like the general average Rancor, whatever that may be. Actually, what is that? What does that look like? Well, these guys are from Dathomir. There are a few different subspecies, like the bull Rancor or the jungle Rancor, but for the most part, they're brown, got chubby legs, a scrunched up, ugly face, and are big. They're just big. Like the Indominus Rex is 20 feet tall, 50 feet long. Although a lot of that length is just its tail. Want to take a guess at just how big the Rancor is? Yeah, 60 feet tall. Literally 3 times as big. And that's just a instant, massive advantage in its corner. Like when it comes to animal fights. And yeah, this technically counts as an animal fight. 9 times out of 10. Maybe even like 9.9 times out of 10. If you have a size advantage that big, if you're literally 3 times as big as your opponent, you're gonna win the fight. You're gonna win. And now, yeah, these are fictional monsters. So that's not like a hard and fast rule for this fight. IREX can still win, but it's gotta prove that it's way stronger, way tougher, or way faster in order to overcome that size gap. And I don't think that's the case. I think it is stronger, but I don't think it's faster, and I don't think it's tougher. The Rancor is basically just all muscle, all strength, to the point where some of them have been seen taking down multiple AT-STs before. They get into a rampage, really get going, and they're just wrecking everything in their path. I mean, Indominus Rex busting up the little ball was impressive for what it was. But Rancors taking down AT-STs, well, that's just a whole other tier. That's almost a whole other stratosphere. Same with durability. The IREX survived an explosion and took some bullets, so it's obviously tough, but it was getting bit by all those dinosaurs. It was chomped up by the Megalodon. It's not like it's invincible, but the Rancor is kinda close. I mean, it can definitely still get hurt. It's not invincible either, but it's so tough. Its hide is so thick and so tough that it can deflect laser blasts. Not even like it can just take laser blast or tolerate them or something. Its skin is so tough that it can straight up deflect laser blast. Just like strength, the Rancor is in a whole other tier here. The Indominus Rex can't even really use its super smarts here either. Because believe it or not, the Rancor is kinda sorta semi-sentient. Might not look it, but these things are smart enough to organize into clans, form hierarchies, even pass down stories from one generation to the other. They're not as stupid as they might look. Then there's the icing on top. Those arms, those freaking arms. Because while the Indominus Rex does have some pretty big arms compared to like a normal T-Rex, they're nothing compared to the Rancors. They're big and they're powerful and they can definitely claw the Indominus Rex up, and they're big. And they just give the Rancor even more of that awesome reach advantage. Throw it all in together. Being smarter, being tougher, being bigger, and having that reach. Having those arms. Also, maybe being smarter. Throw that all in together. And yeah, I think the Rancor is coming out on top here. Think the Indominus Rex will put up a fight. He'll go down swinging. But it's just a big ask to beat something that's 3 times your size, stronger and tougher than you, and you don't have any special powers or anything like that. So yeah, the Rancor wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Who do you think wins this fight, the Indominus Rex or the Rancor? Also, be sure, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn notifications, join the DanCo army. Like always, I will see y'all next time.